Yo, what is up, folks? MTG here after what has been a pretty long break. I've not made a video in a while, but Avatar's out, as well as another couple of sets that I haven't made a video since they released. But in particular, I want to use the ally deck here. Going to take it through some best of one, and I have a look at some of the new ally cards and what's up, and use that as a backdrop to talk about where Pioneer is at the format and where I am with it at the moment. Obviously, we have had an update to the format. The mouse has left the house. Has been banned. Cool. That's nice to see. Maybe it means that Pioneer will get some more love next year. It is at least going to make the arena ladder much more tolerable. I did play some Paper Pioneer recently. I played some Sultai Spider-Man at the Liverpool Magic Spotlight. To not a great load of success, but it was cool to see other people playing Pioneer as well, which is pretty sweet. I would have made a video with that deck, but it is missing some stuff on Arena. And to be fair, they've done a pretty good job of getting everything on. But anyway, format's like a little bit more interesting again. I don't know how regularly I'm going to be posting, but I thought actually I want to make a video. And it's the first time I'm super motivated to do so for a little while. And so let's see what the line experience is like. The deck I'm playing is an ally deck. It is also missing some pieces. Most prominently, Ally Encampment, which would be nice for the mana base. It taps for mana for allies, similar to the Jasmine Dragon T-Shop, but also has an ability like one tap Sacrifice it, return an ally you control to its hand, that then lets you re-trigger abilities and things, which is actually pretty nice, and a nice like little form of pseudo card advantage that the deck would like to have. Right, I would have appreciated it if they'd added some of the other ally cards from like Battle for Zendikar with the Avatar stuff, you know, like in the bonus sheet or something like that. But hey, maybe we'll get them eventually. There's not loads of powerful cards, to be clear. It's not like allies would be a deck, like a super competitive deck, if they added them, but it would be more competitive. However, we may do what we have, which means we're mostly playing new Avatar: The Last Airbender cards with Collector Company. So to that end, Earth and Ally is a nice one drop. +1/+0 for each other color you control among allies. You're not really activating that Earthbend ability, but maybe we get to the point we get to do so. It's not like we're playing Modern and have access to Harabaz Druid, though I am actually going to play the deck a little bit Modern as well. There's some combo stuff you can do there as well, where you like move yourself out and play Rally the Ancestors to mill your opponent. But anyway, so another good one drop. And then Earthkin is Protectors, which is like a, we want another one drop. It'll do. It is okay though, you know, protection from the other creatures. We can have a number of solid 2s. Earthking's Lieutenant, this is like the Thalia's Lieutenant effect for allies. 2 mana 1/1. Trample is very nice here actually, but enters counters on each of your other allies, and then when other allies enter, it gets a counter. Instead of Harabaz Druid, we have a Great Divided Guide, which like gives you a little bit of mana fixing, and then also gives your allies like the ability to tap for mana, which is nice. We have some token production up here with Invasion Reinforcements, which will double trigger some of your ally abilities, which is quite nice. South Pole Villager, these two work quite nice together. When it or another ally enters, you gain a life, and if it's the second time it resolves this turn, draw a card. In particular, Invasion Reinforcements is Flash, and so this by itself will trigger this on your opponent's turn, which can be, hey, handy. 2 copies of this gives us a black card for Earth and Ally, but also it's like a nice one. It's a 2/2 first strike, which is not a fantastic stat line, but whenever a player casts a non-creature spell, they lose 2 life. And hey, that rounds out our 2s, and then we have 3s. There's a couple of different ways I was thinking about building this deck, but I wanted to try a little bit of everything, and that includes Reckless Bushwhacker, which was a Explore Anthology 3? Oh no, sorry, Pioneer Masters Edition to deck. It has the Surge ability, so if it's the second spell you play that turn, you get the 1 and a red, and then also if you cast it in that way, so if you go like 1 and 2, or 2 and 2 more likely, I guess, when it enters, it gives you the creatures +1/+0 and haste, which is pretty nice. We then have Earth Kingdom Jailer, which is like an ally banish a priest kind of effect. Exile something with mana value 3 or greater. Is notable that it is 3 or greater, it's not literally everything. We have 2 copies of Aang, who also is Flash, Flying, which can be nice for the deck, enters Airbend up to one other target creature or spell, and then has Waterbend 8 to transform. I have activated this. I've played a couple of games of the deck, not loads and loads. In fact, I've activated it in Standard, not in Pioneer yet. But hey, and then it transforms into like a 5/5 reach trample, attacks, everything counters. Like it's pretty cool. But the interaction there is really nice. So these are like the interactive bits. We're not playing tons of interaction. And then we have 2 copies of Katara. Triggered ability of an ally, you control triggers, triggers initial time. So whether that's like bending a couple of different things, exiling a couple of things, surging off to give your team a bigger boost. It's pretty nasty with Mage because they lose 4 every time they cast a non-creature spell. Obviously, like great with the left turn. It's great with all the allies. Notably, so we're playing like a version of the deck that's like really leans into the 2s instead of the 3s. Typically, like Cut to Company has like a couple of nombos here. It's not a nombo thing, but it's not like perfect. And obviously, like Reckless Bushwhacker is not great off of Company. But we're playing enough creatures so we should get some good hits. Like 36 in total, kind of relying creatures for all interaction. If you wanted to lean more into Company, you could play, like, I would like to make room for an extra copy of Katara and like an extra couple of like Jailers. These are really, because it is 3 or greater and you can't do less than that, it is a bit more situational than like a normal Banish Reprise type effect. And also I wanted to leave room to play a bit of everything and kind of max out on the aggro plan down here. The lands that we do have access to, 4 copies of Caverna Souls, Courtyard, Jasmine Dragon Tea Shop, and then 8 lands that cast Collector Company to go alongside our Great Divides. We'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, I'm just going to put this into the best of 1, talk a little bit through the games. It's nice to make a video again. It has been a while. If you would like to, I would appreciate if you subscribe to the channel, gave the video a like, all that good algorithm stuff. It'd help me out a bunch. And would definitely make me want to make more videos as well. Because like I said, like the State of Pioneers, like, I think on the rise, just because, you know, the red deck was the best deck in the format by like a long shot and everybody knew that. And now it's like a little bit more open, even if maybe not that more open. But anyway, we'll talk about a bit more about the format as we play some games. So yeah, I'll see you in the matches. Alright, first match here. I'll probably play like 5 or 6, somewhere like that, depending on how long each of the games go. This is a little unfortunate. I forgot to mention, the Bushwhacker does also, like, is a red card for Earth and Allies, so we can make it 5 power in theory. I'll go ahead and mulligan this. We've got 2 lands, then mono 3s. Doesn't feel great. I think if you want to be competitive, I kind of need to mulligan this. We literally can't cast any cards on hand. We do have Collector Company to kind of try and carry us. I'm just going to go to 5. And we'll keep this. We have 1, 2, 3, then 2 lands. Let's get rid of... I guess Tea Shop is better than Scooter Courtyard. Yeah, sure, I'll keep these. We'll give it a go. Yeah, so the ally deck is missing like a couple of things. Ally Encampment, the land, and then also like, what is this? Veteran Adventurer? Veteran War Leader from Battle for Zendikar is also like another card that you could play, I think, and would be okay. Yeah, I guess let's just do it this round. Just trying to think which of these to play. This is like, if we draw like Katara, then we get to save. In fact, no regrets. This is not the... I thought this was the make 2 creatures one. But, hey. Here's what it is. Mine's not attacking 3 here, so we can be a little cheeky. It's not the way round we want to do this, typically. But given what it, like, this looks like some kind of elemental tribal deck. Yeah. Okay, sure. Like, obviously, unfortunately, can't do these the other way around. Does make this 3 power to attack through the Leaf Kindred though. But whatever we like draw here should hopefully be pretty good. We can cast everything, so that's nice. We're just a little worried about what we're... Do they have an elemental? No, they went beast. Okay. Ooh, it's a little scary. But yeah. Missing a couple of things, as is everything. Like the Sultai Spider-Man deck I played in Liverpool is missing like Sidisi's Faithful, which is like a card that's all playing like all Rally the Ancestor decks and would be really nice here. Or really nice in that deck in particular. But no one else is really going to be missing it, if we're being honest. What do we have? Oh, we can't attack through this. This is like a problem. Can we do... I mean... This makes a creature, right? This gives us a second trigger. Alright, screw it. We'll go wide. getting to use this as double trigger is kind of nice, but it is sad that we can't attack through this. Does not bode well for us finishing the game on a high note. But yeah, in like actual Pioneer, I think you can streamline this like a little bit more. Like you don't necessarily want the red goblins or like the miser, maybe more of a sideboard card. With that being said, I don't know how competitive it is. In Modern, there is like a build of allies that does like okay. And that's with this like Halimar Excavator combo thing where you just mill yourself and then rally and mill your opponent for the game. However, I'm gonna give that a go with some of the new cards because it has like a good aggro plan. Oh gosh, wish like alright. We need to get what's the song? Gotta get through this. Gotta get through this. I mean we can start doing this actually. Nice shots. 1, 2, 3. No. Wouldn't be able to this turn. Alright. So they're getting to put off top of their library, and we are too, kind of. In a way. Awkward. Awkward. They have a lot of mana now, they can just like play like a creator or something. Hey, that's not lethal at least. Not without like a cabin. Not without like a Nykthos. The standard ally deck I've built plays a couple of copies of the like 3-tree city land, which is cute with stuff like these lands and like powering out more collector companies and stuff. This is just like infinite card draw. Can I do? Yeah, I don't have the facilities for that yet. Alright, Coco's nice. I'm gonna Coco now. We're getting pretty cheeky. What is this? 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 7 and then an untapped land. And 4. We shouldn't die getting swum back out though. I feel like we need to make some kind of progress. We could also cast this and maybe win the game. Okay. I said maybe win the game. Ow. Yeah, that hurts. This is the Bushwhacker off of this, not a combo. Also, being able to return Bushwhacker with the ally encampment would be really nice as well. What it's worth. We're gonna get this, and then I'm trying to work out what else we want. This at least has haste. It'll be a 3/3. We get to draw a card too. I'll grab this. It'll be a relevant size. Let's earthbend this Cavern of Souls. And then let's attack with these two. Alright. We're finally doing something. Whatever that is. Okay. Oh, it's a good game. I don't like the sound of that. Oh, they just have a great hit. Yeah, there's a lot of untapped creatures. Alright, GG's. We kind of petered out and did nothing here. Alright, I will go ahead and concede. In fairness, we were on a mulligan to 5. Let's not forget that. We did kind of do nothing though, but we got kind of stonewalled by a 3/4, which is, again, not the greatest sign. Maybe Ally is not the most competitive, but hey. Missing a couple of pieces, some potential. I think they might be like a little bit more playable in Modern now, though that's like still like... If you like check Modo, there's like some leagues where they've gone 3/3. Which is not a sign of anything. We'll go ahead and keep this. We'll play the 1-drop out. We're going 1, 2, and then maybe we hit a 1-drop to go with the Bushwhacker. Something like that. It's just not a very powerful start, is it? You just need to like play some talents as tenants of value. I think in Modern, there's enough tools for allies to make a case that they could be, at least, better than humans. And in Pioneer, I don't think you can make that same case. Just the card quality is not as good. You don't have a good one. You have one good 1-drop in the Earth and Ally, and this does not hold up. Or hold a candlelight to had a free blade. I could say we're getting a little outclassed here. But hey. We do... Oh, so we have this plus the Bushwhacker, which we can kind of lean into a little. I'm just going to go ahead and play our cards. Note to self, can't give indestructible versus -X/-X. But yeah, it seems like Rakdos mid-range. Actually, while I've been away, this has been my most popular video, I think. That's like accumulated views over the last couple of months. Not that it's like particularly popular, but I had a series earlier this year of like X staple Pioneer deck in 2025. Like kind of like what each of them is looking like, and where you should look to start if you're like getting into them and want to start playing them and picking them up. Little did they know that they weren't ready for Earth and Ally Reckless Bushwhacker. Check this out. Don't hold me back. Time to show you my real power. It's a little underwhelming, but hey. Yeah, it's something I might look to return to as decks have evolved. The problem really that I have is that decks have not evolved that much. There's a couple of new bits and pieces. Like I said, I think the Spider-Man deck is really, really cool, and I would love to show that. I just need a little more help from Wizards. Putting the last couple of cards, because there's not a good enough reason to play it in Pioneer right now. But Sidisi's Faithful is like Sidisi's Faithful as like a 1-mana blue card that sacrifices something and then like bounces something, either yours or your opponent's. There's so much to unlock like other things that can use, as well as just letting you live. So hey. The other problem that deck has, it's a little bit slower than Sacrifice to just win. The Sacrifice deck is still super good. Might be best deck in the format, though I'm not altogether convinced that red is not just still the best by a lot. So we'll see how things progress in that state. So this says exile artifact creature enchantment opponent controls mana way through a greater. So you can scoop up the Fable. I'm gonna declare attacks first because I don't want it to just get immediately blood tied away. I want to induce the attack here. Sorry, the block. Okay. Like, it looks kind of bad, but we're going to hopefully nab the Fable and play a Temple Garden, and they definitely won't just have a Fatal Push for the Kingdom Jailer. They definitely won't just have a Fatal Push. I guess if you want to push it, you push it later, not now either way, anyway. But, alas. 3, 2, 1. Alright, okay. We're going to attack Blood first. No, they have it. This was predictable. But, hey. Allow it. They could just trade it the other way and push the... fine. Okie dokie. We need to hit a company pretty soon, really. I'm a tad bit worried. It's not a bad draw by any means. You still want to do this. They're going to get to draw a discard. I'm still rather just deny them the back half of Fable for now. just slow that down as much as possible. They already have a couple of ways to draw this card to like filter cards, so I'm not too worried about it. Maybe we get to catch something with the invasion reinforcements. Getting to reset this without encampment would also be really nice. I'm a little unsure on how good this card is in general. 2 allies, 1 card, pretty strong. But we don't have that many effects in Pioneer to take advantage of this. Where in like Modern, I'm like, actually, this is probably pretty, like, this is so stupid to say. I feel like this is a much bigger deal for the ally deck. So many of the cards already cost 2 mana, but like it's probably better than like a Jwari Shapeshifter. Just be able to get like 2 triggers to mill or whatever your opponent. We're meant to be the beatdown. Whether we are the beatdown or not, hey. Please do not just have another Fatal Push. Please. Yeah, the format as a whole, I think, is an interesting spot. You have like 1 ban, and like Heartfire Hero was really good. The red deck's still really good without it. There's so many good options when it comes to 1-drops. This is a bit. Well, I don't know how I feel about it. I just don't know what they have. We're gonna do this thing and try and do some ambushing. But I am not getting convinced this is the correct. No, sorry. I think this is the right thing to do. I just don't think it'll be good. I just don't necessarily. I don't have faith it'll be good enough. Card quality versus card quality. Randall has got us beat, unless we have one of our kind of big payoffs. But I think the white creature that lets you like gain life and draw cards is really strong. We'll do this. Other option is to like leave this alive and just like trade another one of these off to make them keep using the mana. But they have so much treasure already. I think we can just do. You also can't copy this. This is controversial. I'll make this decision. If you want to keep investing to another bugbear, then we can deal with it later. And we have to play this entire thing like they don't have a relevant card in hand, because if they do, we can't really beat mystery card anyway. Maybe they sat treasure to loot away here. That would be kind of cool for us. Okay. That's interesting. Cute. You just sacrifice a creature. This is good, but like not right this second. We can afford to take some damage off the Den of the Bugbear if they activate it. I'm just gonna go in here. This also leaves us like some kind of like weird lethal line maybe, but we'll see. We got removal. I think it's activate or push. I'm kind of down with them using treasure. Yeah, not the one that we get a Fable back is bad. No, we get totally rolled here. Well, I feel like a 3. Okay. Immediately regret my words. I'm like, this is fine. Oh wait, the one when they get the Fable back is bad for us. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so red is a little bit weaker, which is definitely good for the health of the format. Slows it down a little bit. Well, I don't think it really slows it down. It makes it easy to interact with, which makes the format a bit nicer for decks like black-red, which, you know, was already like totally reasonable. It's like, all right, now if you want to remove their creatures, you take less damage, so you die less of the time to like just like, oh, I've taken too much damage already because I've had to like fatal push a Heartfire Hero and like take 5 or off it or something. Because what I was going to say is it kind of opens the door for more like turn 4 style combo decks. Maybe you see more Lotus Fields. Again, these are decks that not everybody loves. It slowed down enough for like the sacrifice decks to have like a real clear, like, I'm gonna get a time to try and do my cat combo thing before you get to do your stuff. Yeah, neither of those decks particularly interactive, but yeah. It's a weird one where I think that the red deck doesn't lose speed, so the combo decks are still maybe pressured out. the decks that can like block a bit and have ways to gain life, so like sacrifice, where you still like playing to a combo out, are probably still in good shape. But the mid-range decks and decks that want to go like, oh, I want to play like one fauna removal control, like mid-range strategies, are a little bit better. These were good draws, but they're a lot worse given they have a new Fable in play. Earth King's Lieutenant. Oh, do they have more removal? That would not be very cool. We can surge up here. It like almost kind of forces some blocks, but like not really. The next turn, if they activate the den, we take 4 off of that, 5, 6 off a goblin, 7, 8 off a goblin, 9, 10 off a goblin. Plus what they have in hand. I think we just make the attack. If they don't block, then they just take a bunch of damage. And that leaves us like a way to victory. If they do block, they trade some things off. We're living a little bit longer, but still kind of dead to the eventuality of Den of the Bugbear plus reflections. And if they have interaction, then we're just in a bit of a tough place. Yeah, you should like anything for a collector company. Anything for these last few turns. But that's okay. Because we're sometimes we live like this. Alright. Alright, they're gonna flip another Fable. Whoa. Yeah. Exiling Fables with these, like, is nice unless they have removal. And then it is the opposite, because they not only get to kill your guy, they get to kill your guy, get your thing back, make another thing, draw some more cards, and then finally make the last thing. After already having made a 2-2 off the first half. No matter what. But, hey. Alright, we will see some payoffs sometime soon. Yeah. Ooh. Hang on. Alright. We are dead zone. So we're 0-2. But hopefully get to go up a bit from here. We'll see. Alright, we're 0-2. First game we mulligan to 5, so we can kind of write that one off at least. I will say the games where we get to go Earth and Ally into Earth King's Lieutenant are definitely a lot better than ones where we don't. And there are some situational cards here. But hey. Alright. We have a 1-drop. We do have 2 Razor Edge Thickets. Ooh, I've done it now. I was gonna say I'll risk it and play the Temple Garden tap to avoid losing some life, but really let's just play the Razor Edge Thicket. It's like, if we draw a tap land for our land drop number 4 when we have this collector company in hand, I will be so sad. Divide Guide here. See if they got a real spell. Do we gotta push? You wouldn't push the Great Divide Guide, surely not. Here we are. Borg. Ooh. Okay, what do we do with that? I'm looking at our interaction and I'm like, so we can give them. Alright, it's Herbal. If they have the Grease Fang, we actually can't hang anyway. We're playing one of these, so it might as well be this. We can set up to do more stuff later. Ang to like let them cast the Pahalia later is maybe the biggest meme. I would classify this as not a good matchup. Twitch, you might ask the question, what are the good matchups? So anyway, Got some angels. We can kick an angel. We can't kick an angel token out of the way. So we play this, we can draw a card. If we draw a land, we can then get a... Yeah, we really need this to live. Let's run this out. We can trigger the Voyager, draw a card here. Let's see if we can come up with something. Alright, we hit Voyager. We're just dead to they do need to put this back in the graveyard. We're not just dead to this, but at this point we are practically dead to it. Lessons learned. This is like discard, spin something. Yeah, alright. Let's just go. Okay. Yeah, like, hi guys. I know I've not made a video in like 120 days, but here's me losing 5 matches with this silly ally deck that I built. Could be worse. Coping that we're not going to go at, and we're not actually going to lose 5 straight. Being optimistic, playing the other ally first. Okay. Interesting. Oh, we have 3 of these? Anything can happen the next time. I'm going to cast this. I want to set this up, but this is more likely to get value against this deck. I think having this just in play is better in general. If we draw a 1-drop, it means we can trigger it and draw a card. If we draw a land, we can still do that while getting in damage. And while the Mine might do like a little bit, it's not going to do loads. Ooh, Othakay is pretty good, huh? It's okay, they killed the wrong creature, sort of. Alright. Maybe in for a tough time. This looks like a Doom Patrol deck. And there it is. This is a big problem. If we don't draw... Alright, we'll do this. But we did draw a land. Interesting. I think we try and play into the Doom Patrols, which is generally bad practice. But we have a handful of Relentless Bushwhackers. So not playing feels worse than playing. Sure. We'll see what we can do. They get to sacrifice the Oath of Kaya. Just like, okay, cool. But if they can pop Doom Foretold on their turn, that kind of plays in our favor a little bit. And that's what they have. Okay, we'll discard a 1 Bushwhacker. I'll allow that. What else we got? Second Doom Foretold's pretty good though. Second Doom Foretold is pretty good. Okay, she's taking a little while. Oh, we hit our land, team. You need both it. What are you trying to do here to me? Never trust the Arena Shuffler. Ever. Also, yes, I know I'm losing. This is gonna happen, okay. Oh, ow. So you have to sacrifice one of the Doom Foretols here to the other one. We decided we'd try and play into it. They did scroll one to the top. I feel that's bad for us. That can't be good for our health. Oh, it's just a Wrath. Yeah, Wrath bad. So then Doom Foretold set. Then we draw Collector Company. It's not Collector Company. Okay. I was hoping. We've lost, what, 2 games? 3 games? Let's pretend like we have Collector Company. They're also top decking. They just have a Restless Fortress, a Castle Ardenvale. Don't tell them they can use the Field of Ruin against us, please. Whatever you do. They're slowly losing a little bit. This just has to be another Doomscar. Please. No. Oh yeah, I don't care. Let's do this now. I can animate this thing. Oh no, they can't. Okay, they don't have enough mana. Well, they do, but not to block. I'm just airbending this so I can attack with the Arcane Protectors. We know they've got the Wrath. Giving them the Wrath for 2 mana isn't going to make a huge difference here. And I can't afford to like hold this back over multiple turns because they're just going to kill us. So, we'll do the main thing. Make them use this now. Wait, what? Okay. Then oh my god! Alright, I've had enough. Sacrifice. Another target ally you can show indestructible turn a turn. Oh. Alright, we deserve everything we're getting. And by we, I mean me. I mean, don't let me include you in this. This is, bad. Bad magic. Just reading the card explains the card. Alright, we hit the company. I'm just gonna pass. I'm gonna give it destructible. I just don't know. There's just no forgiveness for that. I don't. Yeah. What the heck? All right. Sure, you can have a golem and scry too. I should just have an Ag in play. Oopsie. Oopsie. Would have been good. So this draws 2 cards. Then we have to discard. This makes a bunch of tokens, which are good. This lets us eat the Cavalier. I think the card draws better than eating the Cavalier. Let's go to discard. No, having the Southpaw Village has got to be right. Oh no, because we do just got the card straight away. Moron. Honestly. Like, yeah, only actually works the second time, so we don't get to draw 2 cards. Alright. In principle, it's kind of okay. But, no, sorry, not okay. In general, getting this is good. In context, what are we doing here? Oh, gosh. We're going to just have an army or get rid of the jailer thing. What does it? We'll just run some stuff. No attacks. I mean, this game's still very winnable. We just made a bunch of stupid mistakes. And so, this is the game that we maybe coulda, shoulda won. We made 2... Ah!
Anyone who harms my people must contend with me.
Unbelievable.
You're done.
Please. Alright. That's company. Let's see what we hit here. Lieutenant's pretty good. This makes token. Let's just do these 2. You can be pretty confident that these are pretty good. They're holding Prio. The Southpaw Voyager can gain you much life and draw you much cards, which I think is powerful. Like, there are some cards in the deck I think are really good. There are some cards in the deck I think I'm like, I wish we had like a fork or a knife to replace this with. Or a spork. Or a sandwich, some MTG commentators would say. Are we just holding priority for fun? Is that what's happening here? We're still not tagging through the Wandering Emperor, but I think letting it sit in play is more reasonable now. Okay. I mean, this is just a lethal attack next turn. Okay. We give them a draw step. They have the opportunity to make a couple of tokens to block with. Notably, these guys have trample. Oh, this is good. This is really strong for them. Oh, that's a bit worrying. Don't know why my headset's peaking, like, internal audio. Hopefully that doesn't come through the mic. And so, yeah, if I'm not just, like, punted here or, like, on the collector company, the first one.
Remember your training.
That does not make the sense I wanted it to. I'm just gonna allow this. They have an enchantment, but I'm not convinced it's gonna. So they have eggs, right? Which turns what we draw. We're not really in a position where we're forced to do anything. It can also be like, alright, let's get some stuff indestructible, etc. We don't want to give too much time away. So these are 5s. And what happens here? They get to make some tokens, gain some life, access something Wandering Emperor. You know, honestly, I think we just say that actually having some more time is fine. Oh, I'm stupid actually. I was going to use this, to be clear. But actually we should just start activating Earth and Ally. And that would also be okay. Yeah. Just passing. So they can make, yeah, they can make like some tokens. They can choose to exile Wandering Emperor to get life here. I'm trying to confuse why they're not going. They should down to get token. They should be able to. They should start sacking these to gain life. The main reason for this like line, ignoring the possibilities to start earthbending, is that we can get these over the 6/8 here, and just not have to worry about losing them for free. Second Wandering Emperor also very good. They're gonna counter again.
I have got new moves to teach you.
Okay, I was gonna say if they do this, we just double block, right? I'm missing something. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, sure. We don't quite have enough to bend here. It's like, should we keep drawing cards? Like I said, we get these above the Cavalier total, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, why are we not just doing this? Alright. I started along this path, so I'm going to carry on down it. Green. White. Green. Black. Sure. Let's wait this. I think it's 8s. Okay. So then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This thing can do things. This gets to bounce one of these. We also do version where we do this, but it feels kind of weird. If we do this, we're definitely going to the Wandering Emperor unless we do this way. We kind of have to chew through this anyway. Oh, yeah. It shoots me though, not creatures. I'm not happy with these attacks. I think either should have just like started attacking at the start of all this, or been more patient, but being patient, big difficult. Trading the Voyager away is a little tough. This is dying. This is dying. Oh, we get. Yeah. This kind of works this way. It's better that we keep this. Just making tokens.
Until next time, then.
Means we're losing it, but we keep this and then have. I don't love it. It's not great. It's still like, do they have a wrath? Can they draw a wrath? I don't know what that card does. X up to one other target pump. Okay, sure. Warband 3, sacrifice it if you do scry 2. Sure. We treat cabin. At this point, I think we do just start warbanding. Oops, that's not what I meant to do. Not meant to be. Not trying to be toxic. Red, blue, white, black, colorless, colorless. Imagine they have settler wreckage. They bought 2 things. They bought the 4, a 5, and a 4. They take 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's my maths. So we can't sacrifice the eggs now. Alright, we got there. It wasn't just destructive. I played this game so horribly as well. Alright, I said I'd play 5, so I'll finish. We are 1 and 3, methinks. This is a pretty slow hand. The kind of hand I feel like I should mulligan. I mean, this looks pretty nice. I'll put one of these back, keep 3 lands. Okay, I'm down. I'm on board. You know what? I'm on board. Ooh, humans. Not in a mean way. Now we're really on the test. I mean, it could be knights. Who's to say? Lieutenant? I will not be blocking that. Okay. Alright, so we've got a company, so we have our way to get an advantage. So you can go... Am I here? So the other thing is that, like, if you divide guide, all of a sudden this becomes a mana creature as well. Which is like normally not that relevant, but when you have the other one drop to play, it's like, oh, here we go. Now we're off to the races. And all of a sudden we have access to 6 mana next turn. Which is pretty cool, I will say. Adeline, pretty good. Adeline. Oh, Adeline. I think trading away the Dauntless Bodyguard is actually kind of good. Given that we're gonna hopefully... Yeah, I think I like this. Oh, why am I playing the card? why do I keep playing the card? Help. I'm just like, guys, Earth King the Protector doesn't have any text. They don't want to tell you this at home, but it actually doesn't have any text on it. We will do this. We will jail the Adeline, hopefully. Alright. I'm just not used to playing with these cards. I've got maybe like 200 Death and Taxes games played with Mother of Runes, but this is not it. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay. The 6/5 life. Okay, alright. Buddy, please. Allow it. Alright, we're gonna chump block it next turn. I swear this is how it's gonna work. Alright, we're gonna go to 6. Looks like we've got mana. Ally. Weird number. We have 4. Just take the draw, right? Yeah, okay. Should draw now. So if we do like draw company, we want to draw it before we thing. Oh, Terra 26. This isn't doing what we want it to do. Okay. Let's say go. We can still do this. It's still not doing what we want it to do. Alright. We're gonna chum block the 8 power lifelinker. And hopefully they just don't have brave elements in their deck. I mean, actually, if they do. No, okay, if they do, we die. So we can block with 2 creatures. Just not very many. Alright. We have to try and be a bit innovative here. So we want to go this on this. You don't have anything to activate the mana, but you can give something indestructible. This goes here. You can double block this. One of these here. Oh, dumbass. I think it's got trample, not this. We deny them the life a little bit. 2/1. this. These just trade. We take the 5. Not trade these away. And go like, force you to make a bad block here and do this. Okay, block. And then we're putting... We take more damage here now. Indestructible this thing. Alright. Bit of a weird scenario. Okay. So we have a Voyager. We have a Bushwhacker, which we will search. We can pay 2 life. I have... Do this. That lets my first strike to kill the Adeline. Alright. This thing trades here or here for Adeline. Don't want to allow this, did I? I'll attack with the Great Divide guy. Alright. This is like 5 mana give human? No, soldiers plus 1/1. Okay. But that means that you need 6 lands to activate it. Effectively. Alright. Oh, right. This is +1 because of the... Alright. I'm stupid. A little. So... This here. Wait. What happens if we do this? We're super close. Each plan to do this next turn. We leave some play. Bushwhacker is our weakest creature. Okay. I'll do this. The other King's Lieutenant is like the highest upside, right? Me when I say we're drawing some good cards. Ooh. Maybe she just swung for the hills there. What do we get back if we get this? Oh. Actually, yeah, we should have traded the Thales Lieutenant, because then we would get the Adeline back. Except this is naming this is surely naming the big guy. Yeah, sure. This is the crowd's ordering. This is definitely on the... Yeah, okay. And we could also just draw either one of these. And that would... Oh, it doesn't exile because it's CMC2. Actually the worst. The worst of both situations. Do we save this? Put this under here? Try and get a second creature? Trigger these twice? I think so. It's pretty sketchy. I'm not happy about it. That's for sure. They can also press the "My Soldiers Are Big" button. Okay, no, they can't. Oh. Actually, the Thalia Lieutenant's pretty good, to be fair. They should go in. Sort of. So what does that mean? If we're putting this here, it means we're not taking 2 off of the collector company. We're going to eat this, take 7. Is that the game plan? I mean, hey. Ooh. Aang is pretty good. Do this proactively? I think so, because I get to trigger them, but I get to trigger all the things. Oh, I get to do it the other way as well, actually. Okay. Alright. We'll see how this works out. I'm gonna pass. We're at 3. It's just a concern. Oh, I can pay. It is really awkward though. Ooh, I don't know how I feel about this. Yeah. So now... Alright, so then how are we doing this? Need to also not die still. This can block here. No problem. This trades here. Ooh. Trade. I'm left with not very much mana and no way to cast green spells. Training Aang is fine. 4. Here. And this here. Can't take 8. Okay, they can opt to kill both the Great Divide Guards. I think leaving Aang alive is dangerous, so they might not do that. Yeah, they're gonna kill Aang instead. Okay, well... I conceding that. You know what? We made it to 2 and 3. Including the first one was the worst game I've played in a very, very long time. Alright, we'll take it, I guess. Alright. Yeah. First video in, like I said, like 120 days. It's like nearly 4 months or something crazy. Have enjoyed making it, so that's been fun. Even though we lost 3 matches on the trot, and I was like, yeah, that's part of it. Punted, nearly threw away the 4th match. Managed to win that one. Came back. But hey, allies are fun. Allies are not good. I need to, like, every time this card is in front of me, I need to, like, do a double take and be like, just read it again. Just read it again every turn. Don't forget when it does. But hey, This is obviously best of one as well. Sideboard cards and stuff, like realistic. I talked a little bit about it, but like I maybe put the Mize in the sideboard. Similarly situation, you might want to put the Bushwhack in the sideboard for the matchups where you need to go fast, like combo strategies, and then you can play more Earth Kingdom Jailers, some more Angs, Kataras. Definitely, like this card's a bit hit or miss. There's also the 2-mana ally that like lets you waterbend for 5 to like look at the top number of cards for an ally put into hand, which would be kind of nice to have a couple of copies of as like a Duskwatch Recruiter style effect versus some of the more controlling decks of the format. There's some sweet stuff there. But hey, allies is fun. Allies aren't necessarily good. There'll be a link in the description to the full list. Let me know what you think of the deck list. Just wanted to try some stuff out. I wasn't playing like Zuko or anything like that. I don't think it's particularly good as a 3-drop. Like, it's just not that impactful. Yeah, you could also just play Thales Lieutenant in here, and it might be really good. That too. I think the only non-human is the goblins, and I'm talking about putting them in the sideboard anyway. So there is that. But hey, I hope it was fun. I'm not sure how often I'm gonna upload. I've been meaning to upload, and I've been trying. I'm gonna try and upload more. Hopefully, one every 120 days is not going to be the regular cadence. I have decks I do want to cover. I want to have a look and see how the format's shaping up after the bans. But yeah, it has been a little while. That spider deck, by the way, I'm in love with, but you just don't have Sidisi's Faithful on Arena, which sucks. Because it like unlocks Stitch's Supplier as like a card you can play. It locks a bunch of other stuff. It lets you do a bunch of cool things where you're bouncing your own cards to replay them when you kind of go off. As well as also being like, obviously it's a wall versus mono red. You get to bounce and use it to interact with your opponent's stuff. Like it's a really cool card. Which is on Arena. It's not yet. Maybe one day. Similarly for this deck, like Ally Encampment. There's cards that are just like, oh, they're not relevant on Pioneer right now. In Pioneer right now. And Wizards doesn't put them into Arena, but like depending on cards that could get printed, maybe they will be. So we never know. Like in this case, like there's a bunch of ally stuff coming out. Oh, we had a set in Pioneer with a bunch of ally stuff. It would be cool if some of that was on the platform. But hey, we never stop ranting either. Hey, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please do like, subscribe, share the video around to anyone you think might enjoy it. And yeah, hopefully I will be back soon. Take care.